In a highly connected, digitized, and fast-paced world, mapping or navigation is becoming extremely important. And one company, which is one of the major players in this area, Hair Technologies, is doing a lot of great work. And to talk us more about what's new in this space, we have Mr. Abhijit Sengupta. Mr. Sengupta, thank you very much for talking to AutoCAD Professional. If you could just give me a quick overview about Hair Technologies, your business in India, what exactly you're doing in the country, and what sort of a growth opportunity you see in this market.
Sure. So thank you for having me. Here Technologies is a 40 years old location technology company, which is the world leader. So we have been doing many interesting things over the years, catering to many use cases, which is linked to the location and location platform.
Right.
We have been working in the space of turn-by-turn navigation. We have developed one of the first digital navigation globally.
Right.
And this space is very unique and evolving very, very fast. More and more cars are getting connected.
Yeah.
We are seeing the use of location technology in two-wheelers.
Right.
We are also seeing the use of location technology for supply chain and transport and other stores here. So our idea is to address these use cases in the car as well as in the two-wheeler space as well. So that's the background of the company.
Right.
And we have been in the business, as I said, the 40 years. We are celebrating our 40 years anniversary this year. In India, we have been there almost 17, 18 years. We have multiple offices. We are based out of Mumbai, Gurgaon, and Bangalore. Our almost 50% of our global employees are based out of India, which is a large base here.
Right.
We have employees and setup which takes care of engineers, research developers. We have some sales center of excellences, and of course, we have sales marketing office. So we have here focused for the last almost 1.5 decades.
Right. Right. So how big is the India business, Mr. Sengupta? I mean, are you in touch with OEMs directly? You're working in tandem with them. Are you also directly connecting with the consumer directly? So if you could give me a sense of that.
Sure. So in India, we are primarily B2B business model.
Right.
So we work with the OEMs, either directly or with our partners.
Right.
Who are the tier one partners, as we call, like system vendors.
Right.
And that ecosystem. So India, we work with multiple large OEMs. I'm not able to name some of them, but these are large players.
Right.
Some of them are very large global players.
Okay.
In the space.
Right.
So our goal in India is to continue to work with them and bring some new and innovative solution. One of the solutions which we have in India right now, which is called Gear Navigation. It's an out-of-the-box software solution for navigation. So generally what will happen is the software needs to be developed for the application needs to get this.
Right.
And we had out-of-box solution very called Gear Navigation. When the OEM customers and partners, they can lose, and there will be some customization required. So it's a full stack solution.
Okay.
And that helps the OEM to launch the product faster, to the software faster, because as you know, the world is moving towards software-defined way.
Absolutely.
So more and more cars are very connected, defined by software. User experiences are defined by software. So we are in the kind of a heart of that software defined.
Right.
The really beginning visit.
Right. Right. What sort of a market share do you have right now when you talk about this B2B space, and is there any ambition for the company going forward in the midterm?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not able to give you the numbers, person, but ambition is to get into the space which the OEMs are still don't have the solution. So for example, these out-of-the-box navigation. These are something very, very unique which we bring, and there are customers who are, we really love them.
Right.
Because these are something can be done very easily.
Yeah.
And one of the key aspects of that software solution is update. Map is something which needs an update on a regular basis. Software needs an update. So we take care of the full stack. We're able to take care of the entire. So the OEMs then can save money in terms of, they don't have to bother about the software upgrade. The customers, they don't have to worry about this updates. It's pickups over there and then.
Right.
As we.
So when you talk about a full stack solution, and you mentioned that over half the global workforce for hair belongs from India. So what sort of R&D is happening for hair from the country? I mean, are you doing a lot of your software development from India? And if you could just explain a bit of that.
That's a very good question. So, as you know, the world is moving towards lots of machine learning and AI-based solutions. So, the team in India, which does is when they develop this map, they use these tools. So, which is where we are pinging now for autonomous drive use cases to, level 2, level 2.5. These are all development or application.
Right.
We are a global company. There are, of course, distributor key. There are engineers who are work today. Also, we have this developing center and delivery center. So, we operate from this delivery into the global programs as well.
Right.
So, from a R&D perspective, this team is continuously improving to the ML and MI side of things and using this technology to build this fields of offices. So, these are all, offices based out of Mumbai.
Right. Right. And as the industry moves more towards electrification and autonomous, as you rightly mentioned, so, do you see that as an emerging opportunity wherein here has a lot of potential going forward?
Absolutely. So, interestingly, all electric vehicles have to be connected.
Right.
Because that's how the proposition, because unless the vehicles are connected, the customer experience will not be optimal.
Right.
So if an electric vehicle driver, you need to know where is the nearest charging station. So routing needs to be intelligent and need to take me through the charging station if it is required.
Right.
So these are the customer experience side, because for the EV, the range anxiety is the biggest
Inhibitor, yeah.
Inhibitor in terms of the decision making. So is the software takes care of all of these factors, then we create those solutions, which is if I'm dragging a certain few hundred kilometers, how do I ensure that there are charging stations? How do I ensure that charge points which are regularly? So as the country is going through the electrification process, so this is something in area we believe that will be significant wellness. We also believe this is it's input for everybody. It's good for the buyers, it's good for the OEMs, and of course, it's very good for the ecosystem as well.
Right.
Because this is where it will enhance the experience significantly.
Right. And like you mentioned, that here is primarily in the B2B space in the country. So is there an aspect also of your business wherein you're working with fleet operators in the commercial vehicle segment? Because they're also quite a big users of these mapping and navigation.
Absolutely. So we have a model which is for automotive for OEM model. We also have a model where we work with the fleet operators.
Okay.
The fleet operators are, you can look at the fleet operator ecosystem today. So there are fleet operators who will be aggregators.
Yep.
Fleet operators will be platforms.
Correct.
So they run their operations.
Right.
And there are also B2B companies who have their fleets.
True.
Large fleets.
Correct.
So all of them have the same requirement.
Right.
So we have a fleet optimization solution.
Okay.
Which is to ensure that the routing is smart.
Right.
Because routing is a very complex problem to solve. And why? So while is a computing problem, but it has a huge impact on commerce.
Right.
Because if the wastage of the petrol or the fuel, it can really cost money. So we do have a solution that we work with the fleet companies, OEMs who run fleets, and also platforms in key. There are a few use cases where we're seeing that these fleet operators are using these smart routing solutions. These are a fleet optimization package,
Right.
where depending upon what kind of fleet, so if the fleet is a 4-wheeler or a truck or a minivan or a 2-wheeler,
Yeah.
all of these can be customized.
Right.
So depending upon the mixes,
Right.
it will give the solution which is fully optimized
Right.
for the particular use case.
Right. So just lastly, so going forward, do you see this area to be like a key growth driver for your business in the country? Alongside, the OEM business, working with your partners in the mainstream navigation area?
Yeah, so we say both the businesses is growing because I think somewhere they connect.
Okay.
When I say when they connect, we say that lots of these fleet companies are moving to EV fleets.
Right.
Lots of the last mile service provider are moving to EV.
Right.
You 3-wheeler or the smaller vehicle, these are all transforming to be EV.
Yeah.
So once they move their fleet to an EV fleet, they need a EV fleet solution.
Right.
So there is a kind of a convergence happening from a connected car, EV, and the fleet optimization for the supply chain. while there will be buyers who are buying the cars and they would like to have a very good experience from a connected car or EV car, but these big companies that when they move to EV, they also would like to have the similar experience.
Right.
Because we cannot have somebody who's, a driver of a fleet have range anxiety.
Right.
Because their option will number.
Yeah.
So it's one of the coming together as a whole ecosystem, and they're going to help each other. So we see growth in both the side.
Right. Mr. Sengupta, thank you so much for talking to us. Really pleasure. Thanks a lot.